Bejan from Artisan Talent. Tell me about how to be a freelancer.
Well, there are many ways to be a freelancer. I mean, obviously, initially is you may quit your job, or you just can't find a permanent job and you're looking out there to try to find work on your own. It's not an easy process. You do have to go out, you can go online, you can go register with some internet-based companies or crowdsourcing type of places. You can go search on Google, and it can be a very tedious process. And so it's not an easy thing to do, but if you have that mentality and you're willing to just throw yourself out there and try to wait for the next job to come to you, I think it can be an exciting way to do things, but it's not an easy way to go.
Why do you think people actually do choose the freelance life as opposed to, say, trying to get something 9 to 5?
I think now more so than ever, people are realizing that they can have more of a life balance out there. And if you can balance the two, and if you actually do have the talent, a lot of people think they have the talent and they go try it and they find that it's very difficult. It's hard because once you're out there and you have your own job or you have a freelance job and you're working on something, it's very difficult to go and find the next position.
Right, because you're working, so how do you market yourself for the next job while you're busy?
Exactly, and that's what's very difficult. And the other thing that bogs down designers or freelancers is actually the marketing and the business side of things. So you really don't have time to send an invoice, to do collections, to worry about taxes, to worry about benefits. And then you start not getting enough jobs and it's difficult to make a living.
So one of the difficult aspects of how to be a freelancer is all of that kind of left brain stuff, invoicing, 1099s, W-2s, I don't even know the names of all the stuff. I'm sure I'm getting it wrong. Well, let's just go backwards for a second though. What are some of the different freelancer disciplines? How to be a graphic designer, or what are some of the different pieces?
Well, it's really expanded. It used to be back in, let's say, 20 years ago, freelancers were your graphic designers, art directors, and writers, and it's really expanded. Of course, with the digital media out there right now, there are so many roles that have come up. So there are many roles that we are now looking at that really didn't exist even 3 years ago, 4 years ago, even 6 months ago. We're hearing some different roles. And those can be usability experience people, information architects, web designers, developers, infographics. So it really has expanded.
And you've mentioned a few to me that I hadn't really even heard of. SEO specialist, social media marketing.
Yes.
There's some amazing sort of professions just springing out of this sort of new digital age.
Absolutely, yes, right.
Cool. Now you've mentioned that some of the pieces of how to be a freelancer are quite difficult, i.e. the left brain business pieces, and the biggest challenge, finding work. We do, of course, have a shortcut for all of this. One thing that you could do is to list with a talent agency like Artisan. How does an agency like Artisan kind of make all of that pain go away?
Well, we do tend to believe, and we really feel that we are talent advocates. So we're really there to try and help talent throughout their career. It's not just their first job, it's not just looking at their resume. But when we do have someone come in, we do a personal interview, we look at their strengths and weaknesses, and we're really there to find them work that they would not normally come across. Because we do have some great relationships with clients throughout the industry. It could be Fortune 100 companies to very boutique design firms. So we have access to jobs that a freelancer on their own wouldn't have.
Cool, so you can kind of arguably take the pain away, get the gig for me if I'm interested in being a freelancer, deal with some of that left brain stuff so that I don't have to worry about it, and market me for my next job while I'm doing this one. Does that sound like a fair summary, or am I totally one-sided?
No, we really try to take all of that, those difficult things to do that a graphic designer or a digital marketing person doesn't really have time to do, or actually just doesn't want to do. So really we can become their marketing arm. So we will do the cold calling, we'll do the marketing, we'll do the SEO, we have good relationships with clients that we can present our talent to. And so there are clients out there now that really just will work with an agency. They really don't want to work with a freelance talent directly because it becomes a headache for them.
Yeah, like if you don't know how to do all the admin, then you become that pain in the ass, high maintenance.
Exactly.
All right, good. So let's say I'm out there, I want to be a freelancer, I've watched this video. What's my first step if I want to get in touch with Artisan?
Well, the first step would be we can go to our website, you can register with us, you can actually go the old school way, you can certainly call us, we're more than willing to talk to you.
I'm shocked.
Amazing. And of course there are the social media channels, you can, Twitter, Facebook, LinkedIn. So we are out there, you can really find us quite easily.
Okay, cool. And what's my sequence here? Like, let's say I get in touch with you. I mean, you have people for months, years, decades. Can I kind of find a home with you? Do I have to go anywhere else? What does that look like?
You really can. If you are the type of talent that our client is looking for, it can be your first job, it could be your best job that you've been thinking of. We actually follow people throughout their career. So it's not somebody, it can be someone that has come in, and we've had freelancers that have actually been with us 3, 4, 6 years, and we have others that have come with us, they work with us for a couple of years, they found a full-time job, and then they become a client. Or vice versa, they leave their job and they become a freelancer again. And if they're talented, we know that we can get them work right away.
Okay, cool. And finally, you guys, we're in an office in Chicago as we speak.
Yes,
but you guys are kind of everywhere. So, you know, I can work for you remotely, directly, in cities across the country. Is there anywhere in North America that you aren't?
No, I would say we're in the major cities, but we do have clients that are based elsewhere. But I'd say, generally speaking, we're in the major metropolitan areas.
All right, cool. Thanks. I appreciate your advice.
Sure, thank you.
I'm going to learn how to be a freelancer. I'm
okay.
in. I'm doing it.